Hello, this is Krinstar, and today I figured I'd do a video based upon the stream I did last night. I was demoing off to a friend my creative use of the XY pads. This was based on something I looked at this week that came out called Synth AI. This is not a promotional thing for this. In fact, I was trying to figure out if it was worth 150 bucks. Audio Plugin Deals sent me this, and they have it there, and then they sent extra money so I can get it off even cheaper. And I was like looking at it. AI is kind of cool. Okay, so what are they doing with AI? I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing like, well, they have four different types of noise generators or sound generators here, and an XY pad in the middle. And each one of these generators can have a sequencer in it to give it some sounds, and they got a huge database of sounds. Um, Contact is not really, and this is a Contact instrument, and Contact's not really known for dialing outside of Contact, pretty much. So the AI part is kind of weird to me. On if anybody knows, let me know what they considered the AI part. Now they have World AI, and I think they have Symphony AI. So I think it's just a marketing buzzword, to be honest. But I was thinking four different sound generators. I could do that. I could probably program that in Bitwig, um, and whatnot, and try to emulate it. And lo and behold, there's the XY pad. That's let me get here. XY instrument pad. That basically Bitwig has. I was trying to do it with the layer, the instrument layer here, and then just mess around with noise levels with modulation. That wasn't really working. But this XY layer is exactly, or XY instrument is exactly what I was looking for. So it has a simple layout. In fact, when you see it, it looks like this. This is for modulation and to modulate, which is actually pretty cool. But each one of these quadrants, you can load an instrument, and then you can have a whole chain on from there, by the way. Not just one instrument, but have a chain of instruments. So I took that even one step further, and I wanted to see how this was with modulation. This particular one doesn't have any modulation, but I have a layer that does. This does both LFO modulation and ADSR automation. So what they're modulating is the XY knobs that I showed you. So this one basically modulates X. This one basically modulates Y. And that allows some movement. So basically, to get this done, I needed to put all of this into an instrument selector. Instrument selector is pretty freaking cool, by the way. You can sit there and do different modes of selecting different instruments. So if you want to manually select it, that's one way. If you want to go and every time you press a note, it'll do a different layer. If you want to this one's if something's already playing, it should skip the what it's playing, go to the next layer. This one, if something's already playing, like say a long pad that you have a long release on, this one will skip that layer and go to the next free layer. This one just randomly goes through stuff. And so on and so forth. You can do CC changes, which means that on your keyboard, you can have your fader or your encoder knob control the layers. It's pretty cool. So I have a bunch of these XY pads set up for various different ways I'm using it. Like this one's two LFOs, and then there's a bit of randomization on the speed of the LFO. This one is a direct XY pad on the keyboard, which I believe is probably the strongest feature that only Bitwig can do. I don't believe there's many other DAWs that are touch interface, and then there's not many where you can put down something and then it moves around with. Here, let me select the correct layer, of course. So if you can see, when I select a note down on the bottom where the orange is highlighted, there's a blue dot that appears in the XY. So let me press the E. Let me close this. Close this. Okay, see the blue dot right there? Kind of hard to see, but if I move And my fingers are moving along with the dot. So if I move my fingers to the up and right, and you can see the lines down here where it moves. I'm doing this in the kitchen, or recording this in my kitchen, and my cat's being very curious, so there's a whole lot of noise. Apologize in advance. But at any rate, I believe Bitwig's most killer feature for live performances and or jamming and recording your jam. If you use a screen sensor, a touch sensitive screen, I have a two-in-one laptop that basically when I can press on the screen, it transfers it, and it's pretty cool. So it's a laptop and a tablet, basically. And so I'm using Bitwig mostly like a tablet when I'm doing this. So this is pretty cool. I also have a layer of Reason instruments down here. And then I have this kind of controlled by step. So basically, this is a repeatable known pattern that can phase between you can see the blue dot just going crazy here, by step. So if I hold down a button, my sound morphs and changes and moves. It doesn't stay static. It's pretty dang cool. I got this layer over here that does sequencing. So basically, I have a note grid here. In this note grid, I have a gates thing and a scaler to do different gates. And this one, I have a note grid that goes to a chord type of multi-note. I have this one that has a different timing and a different quantization on the actual notes played. And then on this one, I have melody sauce, which let me make sure that it's up and going. So when I press down, if I actually hit play on this one and make sure that I'm on it, so pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. I suggest you let me turn this off. Overall, mind blowing. By far. I slept on this. I think I saw it maybe when I was looking for it once or twice, but the XY instrument paired with the things that mess around with like no grid and stuff like that, and an instrument selector, it's like a triple threat for Bitwig. You could probably do the same Ableton if you don't have a touch interface. So it's not really that killer of a feature for Bitwig alone. I don't play with Ableton that much. There's the limitation of the plugin thing that infuriates me. But this right here is a killer feature, I believe. Is a really stellar feature for Bitwig, especially for live play and messing around. It's just phenomenal, or even for recording, because basically you're merging, you're moving, you're constantly getting new sounds. It's interesting. What's going to come up next? How is it going to come up next? You could further put in on all kinds of wild instruments. So it's really awesome. So anyways, I hope I inspired you to play with it. Maybe even pick up a copy of it. Bitwig is ever since I've started playing with it, very awesome, and it's constantly inspired me or motivated me to keep on with doing stuff. Paired with Reason, this thing is awesome. So, at any rate, I hope you liked the video. If you're sticking around this long, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching and viewing. And I will catch you later.